woke up. I woke up. It's 12:56 a.m. This 12:56 a.m. this morning. I had to do this video at this time. I thought I'd share something with you guys. Do this video and look like I'm actually crying, but I'm not crying. I want to cry, but I don't think it's necessary to cry. We have to keep going. We have to move on. This is a segment about Colorado. This is a segment about Colorado, and I believe that it's necessary. It's absolutely necessary for everyone to hear this and to understand what I'm trying to say. What message that I'm trying to put out there. I heard a lot of comments. I heard a lot of things. I saw some expert speaking talk about the Colorado game, Colorado versus Nebraska game. I heard about the offensive line. I heard about Shedeur Sanders. I heard about the scheme. This scheme. I'm going to repeat this scheme. I am not trying to downplay anyone, right? And one more thing. It should be the first thing. I am not saying that Coach Prime is not a coach, or he's not a good coach, or doesn't know what he's doing. No, that's not right. I think Coach Prime has a lot of experience. Does he know exactly what he's doing? I'll say he knows. He knows the job. He knows what to do. But at this level here, I think it's getting to him a little bit. It's getting a bit difficult, and he's learning. That's what I'm saying. I think Coach Prime is also learning in the process. He's not. He's not. He doesn't know. He doesn't know it all. I want to say, if anyone can see this, if anyone from Coach Prime team or anyone can see this and understand, anyone can get in contact or link up with Colorado. This is what I want to say. Coach Prime needs to understand that Coach Prime needs to listen, right? We love you, Coach Prime. Oh, we do. We do. I mean, you are my second best player in the entire NFL ever. The first one is Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis will always be my number one football player ever. And my number two will always be Coach Prime Deion Sanders. Always. That's never going to change. That's a 1-2 punch. I don't have a third best player. I only have two best players ever. And I only follow two people. Right? I'm a supporter of Coach Prime. I am wherever Coach Prime go, I go. It's like they say in soccer, wherever Mourinho goes, you go. But that's a different story, something else. Let's get back to Coach Prime. I want to say that I need Coach Prime to listen to his entourage, listen to the right people, right? Because he says that there's so much experience in that locker room, in that organization, the people that he brought in, right? Maybe Coach Prime is not the smartest person in the room, but Coach Prime is very intelligent and has a level of smart, right, that can cope with anything, right? He's not Hall of Fame for nothing. No, Coach Prime is smart, and he's very intelligent. But he's got people around him that are very, very smart, right? There are some people, maybe not all of them, that can kind of like can say things, right? Coach Prime is a dominant. Coach Prime is a wolf. Coach Prime is he's a leader. He's an alpha, right? So alpha don't really listen to people, Coach Prime doesn't just listen to people. He's not gonna just listen to you. He's not gonna just take your advice like that. He's an alpha. Alphas are not made like that. Alphas are made to rule. But this time, I am asking Coach Prime to listen. Coach Prime needs to listen, right? We have I believe that we have a speedy team. We have a fast team. Our team is absolutely fast. In terms of speed, we have speed. Do we have powers? I think we have some powers in there. Um, the wide receiver room, yes, we have good player. Uh, we have good players. Do we have great wide receiver? We have maybe one or two great wide receiver. Okay. Our DBs, I feel like our DBs is good. I feel like our defense is getting is gelling. You understand what I'm saying? It's gelling. And the fact that the defense is gelling, that's the reason why they're playing well in every second quarter. Maybe not the first quarter yet. And I also believe in Livingston, the defensive coordinator. I believe in Livingston. I believe what he's doing. I believe he's smart enough to make the adjustment the second half. But I believe that now he's going to find a way to make the adjustment. Not on the second half, maybe like the second quarter, right? Instead of the first quarter. You see how things go, and you make the adjustment right away. He's going to find a way to make the adjustment really quickly. This is for the defense. And I think that the defense is fine. They just need to have some of those rusher to rush, right? We have rushers, we have top rusher. They need to rush, They need to rush. They need to find different solution. They need to get there. So I'm going to be going back and forth. I'm going to be changing kind of not really changing subject, but changing line within the subject, right? So I said Coach Prime needs to listen to the expert. Listen to he's got so much connection. He's got so much connection, right? And I don't want him to listen to everyone, right? To anyone, anyhow. But listen to the expert. Listen to people that are closer to him, and sometimes people that are far. Just listen to what they say and put things together, right? Let's step away from that. Let's go back on the field. On the field, the offense. When it comes to the offense, I would say that the offense is. I don't want to say what Joe Clark say, right? Like it's boring. Can I say boring? No, I don't want to say the offense is boring. I would say that the offense is it lacks creativity. And again, it's not me trying to be nice. I'm gonna say it the way I'm gonna say it, and so that everyone can understand. The offense lack creativity. Pat Sherman is an old school coach that needs to learn a bit of nuance, needs to have a bit of a nuance in his mind, and I'm sure he's got a lot of. He's been a coach for a very long time, so it's not like Coach Sherman doesn't know or doesn't have any tricks on his sleeve. He's got plenty of tricks on his sleeve, but he also needs to reevaluate himself and be like, listen, maybe I need to add a few things in there because this is college football. This is not the NFL. And I know that Shedeur Sanders is an NFL quarterback, but this is college, right? This is college, and I believe that in college, there is a lot of scheme. There's a lot of scheme involved. I think there's more scheme involved in college than in NFL, to be honest. Because in NFL, every position is stacked. Everybody's good, right? Sometimes you try to keep it simple in the NFL. Sometimes simple is better. But in college, I believe that multiple IDs are needed, especially for an offense. The offensive line is not the best offensive line, but it's not bad either, right? I don't want everyone to say that the offensive line is completely bad. It's like they can't do anything. We need to change offensive line. It doesn't happen like that way. I understand that Coach Prime wants to win now, but trust me, based on what I've seen against Nebraska, they're not going to win no natty. That's not going to happen. The national championship, forget about it. Right? Forget about it. Maybe you can say it, but forget about it. Focus on winning 6 game or 8 game, right? Between 6 and 8 game. Do the best to win. Do the best to take Peggy to a ball game, right? And win the ball game. That's all I'm asking for. I think that's all the majority of people are asking for this year. This is the second year. Thinking about the national championship, it's like, have you seen how Texas play? Have you seen that line? Have you seen how they operate? Have you seen their scheme? My friend. Have you seen Georgia? Listen, no. Forget about the national championship, right? Focus on the 6 to 8 game. I believe that Colorado can still win 8 game. I believe that. They need to make adjustment, and one of the adjustment is that Coach Pat Sherman needs to implement some scheme. Maybe not like multiple scheme. He's got fast player, right? Some crossing, some shifting, some Shedeur faking, some a lot of play of that nature, and also create play that Shedeur has to implement, has to follow to the teeth, not change IDs, because I feel like Shedeur Sanders gets to a point where he gets to do so much, he gets so much freedom that because he knows how to throw, he's so good that they give him a lot of freedom, right? Maybe they'll give him a play and he'll change the play based on what he sees. And every time if he does that, he changes the play based on what he sees and it doesn't work. My friend, Shedeur needs to listen, right? He needs to humble himself and he needs to listen, because this is not a one game team. This is a team game. This is not a one sports thing. This is football. This is a team sport. It's not an individual sport. It's not like you're facing somebody in jiu-jitsu and you have to break somebody's arm and win yourself and submit somebody. No, this is football. This is a team sport. This is a team sport. Shedeur needs to follow instruction, and I'm very sure that Pat is putting play out there, and Shedeur is changing those play. Most likely, I don't know. I don't want to say any wrong thing in terms of percentage, but I'm sure that some of the play out there, some of the setup, what Joe mentioned here are boring, right? I think I'm going to get to a point where I'm going to say that, right? I don't want to say the entire offense is boring, but some of the play out there, they're unusual, you know, or they are maybe not unusual, or maybe they're just too basic, right? Too easy to read for a defense to read. I played football. I was a linebacker. I could read that defense. I could read that offense. I can easily read that offense. I can just be like, listen, man, I know this guy's gonna go here. It's a straight line. There's no confusion. You're not confusing me. I know the guy is standing there. Have you seen what number 0 did to Shedeur from Nebraska? That guy number 0. That guy is going to the NFL, by the way. Have you seen that guy? Was he extraordinary? He was good. Yeah, he was really good. But tell me what? He was reading the same thing. Excuse me for the light here. He was reading the same thing. It was so easy to read that offense. It was so easy to read Colorado offense. It was incredibly easy. That's the reason why he got sacked so many times. That's the reason why he couldn't do much. But Shedeur Sanders needs to listen. And when Pat is setting up a scheme, he just needs to follow through, right? Follow through. If there's 15 play, right, that is designed, my friend, follow at least 10 of them, right? And in the 4 last play, make up something. Okay, then you can make a decision if you want to, and if you are certain that that decision is going to work, right? I'll say if you have 15 play, I'll say take 12. Right? And take 3 play for yourself and 12 play follow to the T. Follow the instruction of your offensive coordinator. Simple as that. I feel like Shedeur Sanders has too much power. Right? And I think when he goes to the NFL, he's not going to have that much power. In the NFL, his father will not be his coach. I'm going to repeat that. In the NFL, his father will not be his coach. All right? And he's going to have to follow the offensive coordinator to the T. Oh, yes. right? He's gonna have to follow instruction. He needs to follow instruction, and he also needs to come up with something like, listen, if this is not working, okay, let's go back to the drawing board. Let's go to practice and say, listen, man, we gotta introduce scheme, man. We have to have schemes, right? We need to confuse the defense. We need to confuse the defense, right? We don't have the best offensive line. Let's play to the strength of our offensive line, right? Let's do run, run black, right? Let's have those offensive line just kind of rush through and use their brute force uh, without worrying about protecting Shador, right? When you're not worrying about protecting the quarterback, I think you get to a point where you're going to start playing well, right? You're going to start saying, okay, I don't really need to worry about the quarterback. The running back is there. I just need to create a hole. I create a hole, running back goes through. Create a hole, running back goes through. And they need to constantly try to run the ball. Want to be constantly, like the first 15 play, I don't know, make 12 play a run, and make 3 play a throw, short throw. You don't necessarily have to play the long ball, the straight down the pipe type of ball, Shador type of ball. Have Shador Sender throw short passes like the quarterback from Miami. He does play. He does. I like the way Ward operate in Miami. That quarterback. He's Shador Sender friend. I think Shador Sender could pick a few things from him, right? In terms of short pass, just talk to Pat, the offensive coordinator, and explain to him that, listen, man, tell him that we need to stop short passes. Get those short passes. Use Jimmy Horn for those short passes, and Lejante, yeah, use him for those short passes a little bit. I don't want to see Lejante play be a long distance wide receiver, one of those receivers that runs around. I think we have Shepard for that. Shepard can do that. A taller receiver who can catch the ball, who can jump in the air, physical. The offense. The offense needs to confuse. We have so much speed that we can confuse a lot of defense, right? And win 8-ball game. And I believe that we will make it to 8-ball game. That's what I still believe, that we'll make it to an 8-ball game. And I don't want to say if we win this or if we don't win that. No, I don't want to say that. I still believe in Coach Prime. I've always believed in Coach Prime, but I think Coach Prime needs to listen and open his mind, and not be so much of an old school coach, and be like, this is gonna happen this way. Shador Sender is gonna win. You give the ball to Shador Sender, and he's gonna win everything. No, this is the highest level of college football now, right? You can't just say Shador Sender. Shador Sender is not like, first of all, Shador Sender is not a running quarterback. That's to begin with. Now, if Shador Sender was a running quarterback, then you could say, oh, give the ball to Shador Sender. He's going to make something happen. There's a lot of time I've seen on both games, the previous game, the Husker game and the Bison game. I've seen a lot of holes created on the floor that Shador could run, but he couldn't run because he's not a running quarterback, right? He's a throwing quarterback. He's not a running quarterback. If Shador was a running quarterback, then maybe you can say, okay, well, we'll give the ball to Shador. He's going to make something happen. He's going to run a few yards here and there, and then we can have some running back run the ball. And no, Shador is not a running quarterback. You have to protect him. So what do? You have everybody else play around him, right? But you don't give him the entire power, because he needs to be able to play with people around him, right? He doesn't score the touchdown when he throws the ball. It's the receiver or the running back who scores the touchdown, right? So, he needs to be able. The offense needs to be able to operate entirely, right? A lot of things needs to happen in terms of the running game needs to be a priority. The running game needs to be a priority. That is a must. That is a must. Running game needs to be a priority, and then we can have Shador explore, right? Short passes, run the ball, run the ball. Short passes, run the ball. Long passes, right? Deep ball sometimes, right? When you, I think deep ball. I would say deep ball is only when you're scoring points, right? And then you feel comfortable. And again, we want to absolutely avoid pick six, right? We want to create pick six and get pick six, but we want to avoid for the offense to generate pick six. Um, that's what I have to say. That's what I had to say about the offense. I think that we should start with the running game. Everybody's talking about starting with the running game. I understand that, and the majority of people are saying the line is not a good line. I say we play to the line strength at this point. We don't have the biggest linemen, right? Because I saw Nebraska. Oh my God, these corn boys are really they are eating corns and beef. It's not just corn. It's corn and beef and pork and everything, right? It's they are giant, right? We don't have that much of that strength, that athlete, the big linemen. We don't have those wall, I would say. We have to create something, and we have to shuffle things around against the line too. Like we need to put some guard and to different position. The center, maybe change the center, try a different center, different tackle. We need to play around. The offensive coach, the offensive line coach too needs to look at it and make adjustment. Yeah, the offensive line needs to make the adjustment. I forgot his name, but yeah, that guy needs to play. He played in the NFL. He needs to make the adjustment, and let's make the adjustment now. And let's go to our next game, and let's see, right? Let's implement the running game. Let's make sure that Shedeur Center doesn't get touched, not even once, right? In that game, like nobody, not even once. Not in terms of protection pass. I'm talking about running pass. Like just let him give the ball to a running back and let him stay away. Let him just let him just sit in his corner and have this running back run the ball. Right? We need short passes. You can use Charlie Offerdall in short passes because he's not a straight running back. Right? Everybody's jumping on Charlie Offerdall. It's not right. Charlie Offerdall is doing whatever he can. He's running some first down too, right? But Charlie Offerdall is not your number one running back. I'm going to repeat that again. Charlie Offerdall is not your number one running back. He shouldn't be your number one running back. He should be your number three running back. You should play pass block. He should be like a blocker, right? He's a very good blocker, and also he can also play these motion. Right? I don't see any motion with that team. I don't see anything, any cross motion. You have Charlie who can run, can do the motion. You also have Jimmy Horn who can confuse the offense with his speed. Right? Just create another hole. Confuse the offense. It's not that difficult. Confuse the defense. Excuse me. They simply need to confuse the defense. And they have plenty of experience to confuse the defense in that Colorado staff, right? To create confusing scheme, I should say. I trust the team. I trust the players. I don't think it's the players' fault. I think it's the coach's fault. I really do. I think the coach they're not very they're not operating at the very smart level. That's what I should say. I'm not saying that they're not smart, but they need to kind of like upgrade. They need to increase if it's even something that you can say, increase your level of creativity, right? Increase your level of creativity, and come up with something, right? That's all I have to say. I am looking forward to a lot of change for the next game. I'm looking forward to the next game against Colorado State University. I'm looking for a destruction of Colorado State University. I want to make sure that we pummel them. I want to make sure that we confuse their defense, like crazy confusion, because we have speed to confuse their defense. We have so much speed, we should use it. So much speed, we should use it. Use our weapon. Use Welsh. Why Michael Welsh is not playing? Why? I have no idea. Let that boy go in there, because this is a Colorado State University, right? This is against Colorado State University. Let him play, right? This is not a conference team that we're gonna play. So let Welsh play. Let all these kids play. Show what they got. And I'm certain out of all those kids, we're going to find at least two that are monster because they know that it's time. Because when it comes to conference, we need to be ready. We need to be ready. We need to dog out. And so like let's get this win so that we can start winning. Like one win and then 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we can go like that. There's still time. We can be victorious. There's still time. We can be victorious. Let's make change. Let's listen. Let's listen to what people. Let's listen, not to what people. Let's listen to the expert. Let's listen. Let's analyze. Let's calculate. Let's find the right answer to every equation. Let's find the right answer. Let's calculate. Let's dominate. Let's get an A. Let's always get an A. I'm out.